Hey everybody, this is Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Sagittarius placements in your chart. This is going to be for the energy around the new moon in Libra, which is on September 28th. This is a really good time to bring harmony and balance into our lives, especially in terms of our relationships, whether it's friends, family, business partnerships, lovers. So make sure you use that energy properly, or at least to your best advantage. We can always use things to create, or we can use things to destroy. It's up to you. So let me see what I've got going on for you energy-wise. Let me see what I pick up on or what I see. Interesting. I actually see a motorcycle. Or I see this very like easy rider type thing going on right now. So I wonder, and this phrasing of like, get out of Dodge. So I don't know if you're feeling a little antsy right now, or if you're feeling as if you need to get away for a while, or it's not necessarily escape. It doesn't feel like escapism. It feels like disconnecting to reconnect. Kind of like restarting a computer. It's just a reboot. I think you need a reboot. So, let's see what's going on here. As always, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and whatever doesn't, doesn't. What is going to be going on for Sagittarius for the new moon in Libra? Let's see what's going to be going on for Sagittarius for the new moon in Libra. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Okay. That does feel... Huh. Yeah, okay, so maybe this is that energy of kind of wanting to... questioning if you need to step out of this comfort. I feel like you've gotten too comfortable, and maybe that's why you feel antsy. Or why you just feel like you just need a minute. I just need a minute to go do something elsewhere. I need to feel something different, because this feeling of comfort or feeling comfortable or comfortability just... it's stagnant. I feel stagnant now, and I need something different. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. There's wanting or craving that new thing, something different. What is this? And we have Death. Oh, yeah. I would be careful how you go about this, though, because this definitely to me is like that paired with the Hermit for sure. That's a good old Irish goodbye card, in my opinion. It's dipping without saying goodbye. That's just saying, oh, I don't need to tell anybody I'm leaving. I'm just going to go. We do have Queen of Wands energy over here with Death. And we have Justice. Huh. And we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, you could be wanting to peace out. You could be wanting to just, like I said, do an Irish goodbye. I feel like there was something here that either was offered, maybe you offered it or somebody offered it to you, but it was something that could have taken you out of this feeling of, it's not like it was a calculated risk necessarily, it could have been. I just feel like things got stagnant and you needed to do something to change something, simply because stagnancy just, it doesn't, I don't think it works for you. I think you like feeling secure, but you know how to feel secure and take risks at the same time and still maintain your security. That sounds very strange. Either way, some shit is changing here, and I do see justice coming out, so there could be some karma coming in for you that I think is really positive. The Lovers is at the bottom of the deck, so this could be revolving around a relationship. It could also just be revolving around you getting good with yourself and getting realigned with who you actually are and not apologizing for it. Clarify the night. Okay. So we have Two of Swords energy with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords with the Two of Swords. So I do feel like the decision that you made is simply to stand and follow your truth. I think this is very honest energy to me. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. What is this Ace of Pentacles over here? We have the Ten of Swords. I think there was an offer here. It almost feels like we can let's put the past to bed, or we can put something to bed. We just need to start off on a new page, or like, let's do something in a real way. I need something real. We need to do something real here. Because I can't keep looking at this. Let's clarify the Hermit and the Seven of Swords here. Strength, yeah. I think you've used and applied enough strength in this situation to deal with it, and I think that's why the decision to stand in your truth has been made. Let's clarify Death. Judgment. Ooh. Woo. Now it is very interesting because this also might be a situation where as soon as you nix something, all of a sudden something is resurrected. It's like, okay, I'm going to hit the kill switch, and then somebody runs in and is like, hold up, don't hit it yet. Yeah. Because there's a big judgment call that I think whatever this is, you might be ready to either end a relationship, or you're at least ending some form that the relationship has existed in. You don't want it to be what it has been. If it's going to maintain or stay in your life, you want it to be something solid, or you at least want to be working on that. You want to work towards that. You want to start off fresh. You want to start off on a new slate, on a new page, and you don't want things to be the way that they were. Or at least you don't want to focus on that. You don't want that behavior, because you had to maintain a lot of strength to put up with that. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands here with the Chariot. There's that motorcycle card getting the fuck out of Dodge. Let's clarify Justice here. Let's clarify Justice here. Okay. And we have the Emperor. Very nice, actually. Can we clarify Justice and the Emperor? Because that makes me very curious. Can we clarify Justice and the Emperor here? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, there is a very specific decision being made here. I did just notice Eight of Wands is on the bottom of the deck, the World in reverse. Temperance in reverse, the Tower in reverse. Okay, so my only word of caution here is the fact that communication might be might be coming in to delay you from actually executing this decision fully. Either way, I think you're distancing yourself. But I do see that there is something here. Justice is either pushing someone to be an Emperor energy, which is taking responsibility. It's someone showing up. It's someone being there. It's someone being solid, especially in the realm of the Lovers. But the real issue here is that I don't think this person has still become the most emotionally balanced aspect of themselves. They don't want this to end. But it's difficult. You know, this is the part I hate about giving advice. It's difficult because you can never actually say for certain what a person is going to do. People are very unpredictable. And then underneath the Temperance in reverse energy, we have the Tower in reverse energy, which means that there is still more that needs to happen. I think there's still more that needs to come crumbling down. It's like the faulty layers in this person's life, they haven't fully dissolved yet. So I don't necessarily think they're in a place to really rebuild just yet. Okay. Let's clarify the Two of Wands and Emperor energy, please. Let's clarify the Two of Wands and the Emperor energy. Yeah, Five of Wands, Nine of Swords, Six of Cups. I think this person is very, very scared. And I think they have a lot of internal conflict going on and a lot of anxiety. Because I think they do see this connection, especially with the Six of Cups and the Lovers card coming up. That is a very real, recognizant awareness of the connection. But at the same time, there's a lot of anxiety, I think, around the past. I think they're afraid of repeating something from the past. Or maybe they feel like they're re-experiencing something from the past. We have the Devil and the High Priestess. And the Tower in reverse. Son of a bitch. I think this person has some issues that they are still needing to address. That's all I'm going to call them, is issues. Because the Devil can be very multifaceted in what it represents. These could be obsessive issues, these could be emotional issues, these could be drug and alcohol issues, they could be secrets that they have. When we say secrets, it's not, we don't have to act like it's the end of the world, right? Word to the wise, you never actually fully know somebody. Everybody always needs to keep that in mind the next time they think they really fucking know somebody. You can never 100% fully know a person. I think people can be as transparent as possible, but until you are living in that person's consciousness in their body, you are actually not ever really 100% going to know them. I think you can feel an individual. I think you can intuitively understand what it is that's going on inside of them, or kind of like, I don't know what to call it. It's it's like trying to shape water. You have to do something to it. You have to either like freeze it or put it in a container. You have to do something to define it. And I feel like it's, oh Lord. I just feel like in this situation, you do you. I think you need to continue going on and doing what you need to do. Justice is going to sort the situation out either way. I think justice is going to help this person address their issues in time, especially if they continue to ignore it. I think it's only going to get louder and louder. I also think that the connection is only going to get louder and louder for them to the point that they can't ignore it. Your decision has been made, in my opinion. I think you're going to be moving forward. The phrase, I ain't got time for that. It's, it is what it is. So I'm going to pull 3 final cards on this. So we have the Ace of Cups, 4 of Cups in reverse, and Justice. I feel like there is going to be an offer of love that's going to be accepted here. To me, some people don't read it this way, but whenever I see the 4 of Cups in reverse, I see that as a person coming out of that stubborn energy of not accepting it. I see it as someone coming out of the stubborn energy and saying, okay, I'll take it. Because if they don't and we add 1 more cup to the 4, that's the 5. And I think they would rather attempt to share whatever this is than experience 5 of Cups energy, which is loss. I don't think they want to lose again. But I do still think there's a lot of information that's unknown. Tell you what, man, it's one of those things where it's like, when I say it doesn't, it's not that I feel like it's a trap. I just think there's a lot of things in the shadows. I do think there's a lot of information that is unknown. I think there are a lot of things that have not been addressed or spoken about. I don't actually think Justice will take care of it, I'll tell you that. I also think that at this time you need to be reflecting on who you are and how you mirror this person's traits. Cuss me out all you want for saying that, but when we do have the Lovers and the 6 of Cups and the Devil energy, those are mirroring energies, for better, for worse. So before you point the finger, address all the things that annoy you about this individual. Take a really long, good look in the mirror and think about how you embody those principles in your life, or those personality traits. $10 says you do in some way. I do think there's going to be a quantum leap in this situation. I think things are going to be progressing and changing very fast. I do think you need to stay open to those changes. And just be cautious. Because like I said, look, like I said, with Devil energy and High Priestess, there is still a lot that needs to happen. And the fact that the Tower was in reverse, I don't think you want to be present when the Tower comes down in this person's life. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think you want to be present for it. And if you're still tied to this individual and you're still in a relationship with them, I think you just need to be aware that they could go through a massive change. When I think of the Tower, especially with High Priestess energy and Devil energy, I mean, yes, it is about uncomfortable things coming to the surface, about deep issues that need to be addressed, whether it has to do with lying, cheating, stealing, addiction, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where, to me, with the High Priestess, they might be secrets, but at the same time, it shows me that the person is intuitively aware that these are issues. They know deep down that these are issues. I think sometimes it's almost like people think to themselves, I wish I could change this. I wish I could stop being this way. I wish. And eventually, you know what wishing does? It brings the Tower down, because the universe goes, okay, quit your bitching. Stop sitting there and just wishing for this shit to change. You know what? If you're not going to change it, I will. So that's why I'm saying, if you are present and the Tower does come down, just make sure you're solid and you're stable enough, which I think you will. I think with 9 of Pentacles energy, you are going to make sure that you're solid so that you can actually be this stabilizing effect for what is going on around you. I'm going to pull one more. And then we have what you love loves you. So yeah, look, there's some issues here, but I think at the end of the day, like I said, there is a recognition of this situation. There is a recognition of this connection. I think there is deep love here. I just think that you have someone, it's either you or it's this other person. You both love each other very deeply. And I do think that part of this process is with the mirroring effect. I think this is about you understanding yourself on a deeper level, and in doing that, it helps this person understand themselves on a deeper level. But I think that that comes through trial and error, and I do think it comes through this push and pull energy. It comes through the Irish goodbye. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. It comes through the Irish goodbyes, right? But at the end of the day, I think truth is going to prevail. I think love is going to be shown and expressed. I think things are going to grow here if you would like for them to. If you're ready to just, like I said, get the fuck out of Dodge and just go, then go. You know, do what you need to do for yourself. I just think that this is a very interesting read. I have not had this card come out once yet in any readings that I have done. So for that, and the fact that I even sat here and I was like, oh, I feel like I gotta pull one more. I think this is very important. If you heard my stomach growl, I'm sorry. I just think this is very important. And I think before you get the fuck out of Dodge, you need to think about how you doing that is mirroring this person's energy. Because I think you're doing this for the same reasons that they do what they do. The feelings might even be too much to feel, so it's easier for you to run and totally disconnect. And I think it's easy for this. That's why I'm like, it's all in the Irish goodbyes, right? So all in all, I think harmony can be found here, especially with justice showing up, I think twice. I do think that in this new moon in Libra in this season, I think that there is going to be things that come to the surface that are quite beautiful. I think that there is going to be an acceptance of this love, an acceptance of this connection, an acceptance of understanding one another. And like I said, I think that this is going to be a thing that takes time. I think this is a trial and error situation. The real question at the end of the day is, do you want to participate? Does this person want to participate? And if you do participate, are you going to be aware of the fact that there is still a lot of stuff that needs to happen and change? Hopefully this reading resonated with you. If it did, like, share, subscribe. If you feel like you need a personal reading tailored to your situation, you can contact me at delicatetensiontarot@gmail.com. It is down in the description box below, as well as my Instagram, Delicate Tension. You can follow me there for, I'm sorry, I'm getting so spacey now. You can follow me there for daily collective energy reads, as well as additional content of whatever kind. It changes all the time. Thank you for joining me. This was a very beautiful reading. I think it was actually more spiritual in its relationship context than I expected. And oh yeah, stay tuned. Sorry, stay tuned. Like I said, burning the midnight oil. It's getting late. Stay tuned because I will be posting a video for the collective energy for the first 2 weeks of October, as well as the zodiac signs and how it's going to affect each one of them. So your bi-weekly reading will be coming up for October 1st through the 15th. That should be posted by this weekend, so just stay tuned, and I will see you then. Take care of yourselves.